Welcome to the Folktale Project. This is Dan Scholes. Today we have a story where we've told a version of it many, many times before. In fact, I told you a version of this story not 2 weeks ago in the Italian tale of Crab. This version, I like it. I think I may like it better, to be honest with you. It has a different ending than Crab, and it features a really smart peasant, and I always love those tales. This is King John and the Abbot of Canterbury. In the reign of King John there lived an Abbot of Canterbury who kept up grand state in his abbey. 100 of the abbot's men dined each day with him in his refectory, and 50 knights in velvet coats and gold chains waited upon him daily. Well, King John, as you know, was a very bad king, and he couldn't brook the idea of anyone in his kingdom, however holy he might be, being honored more than he. So he summoned the Abbot of Canterbury to his presence. The abbot came with a goodly retinue, with his 50 knights-at-arms in velvet cloaks and gold chains. The king went to meet him, and said to him, "How now, Father Abbot? I heard of thee thou keepest far greater state than I. This becomes not our royal dignity, and savours of treason in thee."
"My liege," quoth the abbot, bending low, "I beg to say that all I spend has been freely given to the abbey out of the piety of the folk. I trust your grace will not take it ill that I spend for the abbey's sake what is the abbey's?"
"Nay, proud prelate," answered the king, "all that is in this fair realm of England is our own, and thou hast no right to put me to shame by holding such state. However, of my clemency I will spare thy life and thy property, if you can answer me but 3 questions."
"I will do so, my liege," said the abbot, "as far as my poor wit can extend."
"Well then," said the king, "tell me, where is the centre of all the world round? Then let me know how soon I can ride the whole world about. And lastly, tell me what I think."
Your majesty jesteth,"
stammered the abbot. "Thou wilt find it no jest," said the king. "Unless thou canst answer me these questions 3 before a week is out, thy head will leave thy body." And he turned away. Well, the abbot rode off in fear and trembling, and first he went to Oxford to see if any learned doctor could tell him the answer to these questions 3, but none could help him. And he took his way to Canterbury, sad and sorrowful to take leave of his monks. But on his way he met his shepherd as he was going to the field.
"Welcome home, Lord Abbot,"
quoth the shepherd.
"What news from good King John?" Sad news, my shepherd,"
said the abbot, and told him all that had happened.
"Now, cheer up, Sir Abbot," said
the shepherd.
"A fool may perhaps answer what a wise man knows not. I will go to London in your stead. Grant me only your apparel and your retinue of knights. At the least I can die in your place." "Nay, shepherd, not so," said the abbot. "I must meet the danger in my own person, and to that thou canst not pass from me." "But I can, and I will, Sir Abbot. In a cowl who will know me for what I am?"
So, at last, the abbot consented, and sent him to London in his most splendid array, and he approached King John with all his retinue as before, but dressed in his simple monk's dress and his cowl over his face. "Now welcome, Sir Abbot," said King John. "Thou art prepared for thy doom, I see."
"I am ready to answer your majesty,"
said he. "Well then, question first. Where is the centre of the round earth?" said the king.
"Here," said
the shepherd abbot, planting his crozier in the ground.
"An your majesty believes me not, so go measure it and see."
"By Saint Botolph," said the king, "a merry answer and a shrewd. So to question the second. How soon may I ride this round world about?"
If your majesty will graciously rise with the sun and ride along with him till the next morning he rise, your grace will surely have ridden it around.
By St. John, laughed King John, I did not think it could be done so soon. But let that pass, and tell me question third and last, and that is, what do I think?
That is easy, your grace, said he. Your majesty thinks that I am my lord, the Abbot of Canterbury, but as you may see,
and here he raised his cowl,
I am but his poor shepherd that am come to ask your pardon for him and for me.
Loud laughed the king. Well caught! Thou hast more wit than thy lord, and thou shalt be abbot in his place.
Nay, that cannot be,
quoth the shepherd.
I know not to write nor to read.
Well then, 4 nobles a week shalt thou have for thy ready wit, and tell the abbot from me that he has my pardon. And with that, King John sent away the shepherd with a right royal present, besides his pension. And that is King John and the Abbot of Canterbury. And as you can see, it's very much in the vein of Dr. Knowall, but it's so much more fun. I don't know why, but it is. This is Dan Schulz for the Folktale Project. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, anywhere you like to get your podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at Folktale Project. You can find us on Auto Radio, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you like to listen. And you can always head over to folktaleproject.com, where you'll find a new story waiting for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As always, thank you so much for listening.